day 42. Waist at 27.5. Hips are 37.75. Thighs are 21.5. The scale says 140.6. Okay, so I'm testing the effects of fattening food and how fast it can put weight on you. You will see results almost immediately. It's very easy to get big when you don't eat healthy, when you eat fattening things. So, a big plate of watermelon. So this is an example of a large amount of food that will not make you fat. Can you imagine if this was cow, like a big pile of cow muscle? Can you eat that much meat and not throw up? No, I don't even remember the last time I threw up, got sick and threw up. Actually, I honestly don't remember the last time I got sick and threw up. It's been a long time. When your body wants to get rid of something so badly that it will make you, that your stomach just says, it's not going any further, and just forces you to throw up what you have in your stomach, you know what you ate was pretty bad. That's why drinking and getting drunk is so unhealthy. So this could be dinner or lunch or breakfast. There's a bunch of food here, a bunch of watermelon. You saw how long I've been eating it. And watermelon actually has a high amount of protein. Never knew that. Lots of water. Water-rich foods will fill you up really well. Fiber and water will fill you up very quickly. Whole fiber. And the act of chewing also helps your body know that it's really eating and helps you feel satisfied and full. And an alarm will go off when your body doesn't want any more food. Whereas with junk food, you can kind of just keep eating and eating and eating. You never feel really satisfied. That's why you can sit down and eat like a whole bag of chips. is really lacking. So you don't get filled up as well. So calories and weight gain. There's misinformation going around, and some people, I've spoken personally to several people who think that fruit is actually fattening. Eating too much fruit will make you gain weight. And, just stop and think about all of the people you know who are larger and struggling with weight. Are they fruitarians? Are they raw fruitarians? Probably not. No, that would be impossible. Do you think they got that way because they eat too much watermelon? Or fruit, any kind of fruit? Is that the reason why they're that size? Have you seen them eat? What do they eat? Is it just raw fruit? Okay, there's no such thing as a fattening fruit. Like I said, I can eat this whole entire thing and lose weight. People do this all the time. They will eat fruit during the day, but they'll also eat a lot of unhealthy fattening things like crackers and sodas and any kind of sugary drink. Basically, any kind of drink that comes in a can or a bottle that's not water, I would say is fattening. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's tea. All these canned bottled teas. Flip over the bottle and look at the ingredients. I'm sure it's filled with all kinds of stuff most of the time. But yeah, I would say anything in a can or a bottle other than water is most likely fattening because it's unnatural. It's got preservatives and additives, food colorings, all kinds of harmful things. So, but yeah, think about all the other things you're eating during the day. Like, don't wake up in the morning and have yogurt. Yogurt is very fattening. Again, anything made with non-human mammal milk is fattening. Anything made with cow milk, even the low-fat dairy. If you're waking up in the morning and having a granola bar and yogurt, that's a fattening breakfast. Granola bars are fattening. They're processed grains, and they're usually filled with all kinds of stuff. So seemingly healthy foods are not really healthy, and they're fattening. And then maybe you had an apple. Say you had a yogurt, granola bar, and an apple for breakfast. Two of those things are very fattening. The apple is non-fattening. So you're going to gain weight, maybe put on weight, and then blame your weight gain on the apple. Saying, well, I ate too much fruit. No, you're eating too much dairy and processed foods. The granola bars are processed food, and the yogurt is a dairy processed food. So think about all these other things that are being consumed during the day other than just fruit. And maybe for lunch is a sandwich with bread. Bread doesn't matter what kind of bread it is, any type of baked food is fattening. You had a sandwich with bread and all kinds of stuff, and maybe some crackers. Crackers are a baked food. Anything baked is fattening. Anything made with a dough is fattening, basically. And then maybe some celery sticks. And then you're going to blame the weight on too many celery sticks. It's just, you got to keep in mind about all these other things that are being consumed. The hidden fattening things. So, like I mentioned in another video, don't blame weight gain on the wrong thing. The obesity epidemic in America is not because people are eating too much raw fruit. It's all the processed foods. So if you want to be able to eat a lot and not worry about calories, eat fruits and vegetables raw. And, a lot of people worry about calories. Calories are energy. We need calories to survive. But not all calories will put weight on you. Like I said earlier, you can eat 1 million calories of raw food a day if you could consume that much and not gain weight. because there's no fattening potential in fruit whatsoever. I've gotten up to maybe 10,000 calories in one day before, just from eating a lot of avocado, a lot of coconut, and a lot of nuts. Those are the foods that are higher in calories. So I've gotten up to around 8 to 10,000 in one day maybe, and it's completely non-fattening. Because I'm eating raw food, raw fruit. I don't eat like that every day. Sometimes I just eat like watermelon, and sometimes I don't have a lot of coconut or avocado. So yeah, basically fruit is not fattening at all. I don't know anyone who is obese because they eat too much fruit, and I'm sure nobody does, because that's impossible. I'm going to say it's impossible. A raw fruitarian, a raw fruitarian is not going to be obese, because fruit is not fattening. A raw fruitarian can eat unlimited calories, literally, and not become obese. People have become way too calorie phobic, and calories are energy. We need calories, so it's totally backwards. Also fat phobic. We also need fat and protein. A lot of vegans and vegetarians, they remark about how protein is not important. Protein is essential to live. And there's plenty of fat and protein in a raw fruit diet. The cells are fueled by glucose, but they're made of fat. The cells are made of fat, so without fat, there would be no structural component for the cells. They're made of cholesterol and fat, lipids. So fat is what keeps the cells shiny and plump and in good shape. So we definitely need fat, and we definitely need protein. And carbohydrates. Everyone's become very carb phobic, and we need carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are fiber, starch, and sugars. Definitely need all of those. And if you're eating the right kind of thing, you don't have to worry about too many carbs, too many calories, too much of this or that. The more the better, actually, when you're eating like this. Okay? So don't worry about restricting yourself. Instead of saying that's too much, say I need more. And you don't have to just stuff yourself when you're not even hungry. Just eat till you're hungry and then stop. You don't have to force yourself to guzzle water all day long. Just drink when you're thirsty. Drink not just when you're thirsty, but just stay hydrated. You don't have to feed yourself anything. Just eat and drink when you need it. I drink all day long. You really don't want to let yourself get thirsty, because that's when you're super dehydrated. But I wouldn't say you have to just, force yourself to guzzle water all day long. So raw is the fun way to eat. You don't have to worry about calories. I'm not even sure if it's what, I think what makes people bulk out and get large is just unnatural foods that do not grow off a plant. Because that's not what you were meant to eat. You're meant to eat what grows off a plant. Not something that has been taken from the plant, ground up, mixed with all kinds of other things, and cooked and baked and boiled and blah, 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 and molded together in this weird form and had food coloring added to it, and voila, here's your weird food to eat. That's going to make you fat, because your body is like, what is just a complete alien presence in your body. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. Stores it as fat. Food right off the plant. This is what, the earth, nature wants us to eat right here. So this is not fattening. So it's really quite simple and super easy. Natural foods, non-fattening. Processed foods are fattening. As well as non-human milk. Very fattening. Because like I said earlier, just the molecules are different. The size of the fat globules in cow milk is different. Doesn't digest as human milk does. Okay? So eat as much as you want, no worries, as long as you're eating non-fattening food. Lots of it, as much as you want, anytime you want.